All right, I wanted to give you a little help with problem number 23. So we haven't done one like this yet. So a boat takes 3 hours to travel 30 kilometers down a river. All right, so let's see here. Let's draw a river. Let's use the brush. Let's see if this looks good. So we got my river here. And so the river has a current, so the river's flowing. So I'll just put some arrows here showing this is the river. All right, so then we have a boat. It travels 30 kilometers downriver, so from here to here, let's say it's 30 kilometers. And it goes from down here to here, and it does that in 3 hours. Okay, so it's 3 hours. And then the boat turns around and takes 5 hours to return. So the boat's going to come back and go upstream, so the same distance, 30 miles, 30 kilometers, but it takes 5 hours. And so the question is, how fast is the river flowing? So we want to know the velocity of the river. I'll call that VR. All right, well, the boat has a velocity too. So let's put this arrow here. We'll call this velocity of the boat. Okay, so if the boat's going downriver, the velocity of the boat relative to the river is going to be VB. That's what we're trying to find. But relative to the ground, the velocity of the boat's going to be VB plus VR. So this is going downriver. All right, so the velocity of the boat relative to the shore is going to be VB plus VR. And so we know velocity equals distance over time. So velocity downriver is going to equal the distance, 30 kilometers. I'll just put that in meters, so 30,000 meters. Kilo means 1,000. And divided by 3 hours. Or, since all our speeds are in kilometers per hour, maybe I'll just leave them in kilometers per hour. Let's see if I can get rid of this. I'll just leave this in here. We'll do 30 kilometers, and we do that in 3 hours. Okay, so we can see here that the VB plus VR is going to be 30 divided by 3 is 10 kilometers per hour. All right, when we're going upriver, now the river is going to be fighting the boat. So the velocity of the boat relative to the shore is going to be the velocity of the boat minus the velocity of the river. And the same thing, velocity is distance over time, and the distance it travels is 30 kilometers. But now it took 5 hours. So let's see, 30 divided by 5 is going to be 6 kilometers per hour. All right, so now we need to figure out what's going on. And they ask us for the velocity of the river. And so we can say, well, how do we find that? We don't have the velocity of the boat. Well, we now have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So if we look at this, I'll just write these equations here. We got VB plus VR is equal to 10. I'll just ignore the units to make it simpler. And we got VB minus VR is equal to 6. And hopefully you remember from algebra with the systems of equations, we can substitute, or in this case here, it's pretty easy to add these equations up. So if I add these 2 equations here, I get VB plus V is 2VB. VR minus VR is nothing. And 10 plus 6 is 16. So here we go. If 2VB is 16, that means that VB must be equal to 8. And if VB is 8, we can plug that back into right here to this equation here. We got 8 plus V river is equal to 10. Or V river is equal to 10 minus 8, or 2. And that would be our answer. So that one's a little help for you. You can check it, and then hopefully you can use that to do number 24.